Please subscribe to Morris TVGH.
Hydrocarbon potential, but also to engage in a frank dialogue on how best to deploy these resources to advance sustainable development, industrialization, and energy security for our people. Allow me to use this opportunity to commend Sankofa Events and all partners whose tireless efforts have made today's event possible. Hosting this event in Ghana is no mean achievement, and your hard work has delivered a moment of pride for our country and our continent. We also sincerely appreciate the government and people of South Africa who have nurtured this platform into one of the world's foremost gatherings of energy leaders. Ghana pledges to keep that flame burning brightly. AOW has become the premier forum for dialogue and partnerships in the energy space in Africa. Over the past 3 decades, it has facilitated collaboration between governments, companies, and investors, generating networks and business deals of global impact. This year's theme, Creating Our Future Through the United Power of Human Intelligence, is timely because it challenges us to pool our expertise, our resources, and vision to shape a sustainable energy future for Africa. Africa must take ownership of its resources and its destiny. Africa holds nearly 10% of the world's proven oil reserves and significant natural gas deposits, with a substantial portion of these resources remaining untapped. These resources present an opportunity to transform our continent from a primary exporter of raw commodities into a hub for energy-driven value addition, boosting our petrochemical potential and our industrial growth. And yet, paradoxically, more than 600 million Africans still lack access to electricity. Another 1 billion have no access to clean cooking systems. This is a gap we must urgently close if we are to achieve the African Union Agenda 2063 and the UN SDGs before 2030. This makes Africa's oil and gas reserves strategically pivotal, not just for global energy security, but also to address Africa's energy poverty. A continent with the world's youngest population cannot build its industries or create jobs without reliable and affordable energy. Africa must not be left behind in the energy transition. If international oil companies reduce their presence, we must prevent our resources from becoming stranded assets. This requires African collaboration, financing, and innovation. We already have the tools: the African Petroleum Producers Organization, the African Continental Free Trade Area, and the Emerging African Energy Bank. These institutions can mobilize African capital, technology, and markets. They can drive aggressive exploration, refining, petrochemical, storage, and transport infrastructure. Together, they can ensure that Africa's resources fuel African development. Here in Ghana, opportunities abound in the oil and gas sector. Ghana has several sedimentary basins with great prospects. At the Risk Western Basin, where we have the Jubilee 10 and Sankofa Ginyami fields. Recently, we reached a $2 billion investment agreement with the Jubilee and 10 partners, and we're now in talks with the Ginyami Sankofa partners to speed up and expand their activities in their concession area. The Central Salt Pond and Eastern Kita basins demonstrate significant potential, and we invite and encourage investors to visit the data room and review the available information on these prospects. Ladies and gentlemen, it is instructive to note that Ghana, like most African countries, has large unlicensed acreages across our offshore and onshore basins. The onshore Volta Basin presents one of the most exciting frontiers on the continent. The Ghana National Petroleum Corporation, GNPC, and its exploration subsidiary, Exploco, are advancing preparations to drill 2 new exploration wells by the end of the third quarter of 2026. This presents a unique farming opportunity for partners seeking to pioneer Ghana's onshore potential. Under my leadership, we're committed to building a business environment in Ghana that meets investors' expectations while safeguarding our national interest. When I took office in January, we immediately signaled to the investment community that Ghana's upstream sector is open once again for business. And we're committed to working with both existing and prospective investors to promote exploration both offshore and onshore. These policy initiatives have begun to yield the needed results, and I'm pleased to share with you the recent renewed interest in our offshore basins. The sector is picking up with increased production of gas from the Jubilee and OCTP fields. At present, 3 super majors are at various stages of commercial negotiation with the Ghana Negotiations Team and GNPC. This is a strong signal of confidence in Ghana's sedimentary basin, our governance and investment climate. To meet the evolving needs of the sector, we're undertaking a comprehensive review of our Petroleum Exploration and Production Act, which was passed in 2016, Act 919, in response to the global dynamics of the upstream and oil industry. Our goal is clear. We aim to make Ghana's regulatory and fiscal framework more competitive, more transparent, and more investor-friendly, ensuring a fair sharing of value between the state and our partners. In the midstream, Ghana is pursuing bold steps to secure energy reliability. In this regard, our national oil company, GNPC, together with Shell and other partners, are renegotiating the liquefied natural gas sale and purchase agreement to ensure that imported LNG can be delivered into Ghana within the next 18 months. This will end our reliance on expensive liquid fuels as backup for domestic gas, thereby strengthening energy security and lowering our energy costs. At the same time, the government is implementing an accelerated plan for developing its gas infrastructure. This includes investment in pipelines, new processing plants, and storage systems to guarantee sustainable evacuation of gas from our production fields to the market. These initiatives will open up significant opportunities for private investment and strategic partnerships. In the downstream, Ghana's vision is to transform into a regional petroleum hub, and our primary focus is to ensure that we anchor our energy reliability and security through a gas-to-power policy, which seeks to ensure that natural gas becomes the primary source of fuel for our thermal plants. We're also pursuing policies to develop the country's petrochemical petroleum mooring systems and pipeline facilities, in addition to oil and gas refineries. These downstream initiatives are designed not only to enhance our value addition, but also to position Ghana as a hub for petroleum and energy-based industrialization in West Africa. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me be quick to state that we're equally conscious that the future of energy lies in a balanced transition. Ghana is committed to pursuing oil and gas development alongside renewable energy investments, ensuring that no citizen is left behind in the global shift towards cleaner energy technologies. In this regard, I established the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition early in the year to underscore my commitment towards sustainability and climate action. We invite investors to partner with Ghana. We're determined to create an enabling environment where your capital, your expertise, and your innovation will thrive while delivering jobs and shared prosperity. I call on you participants at this year's Africa Oil Week not only to exchange ideas, but to make it a platform for action. The partnerships forged here must translate into concrete projects across our continent. We must act together with urgency and purpose to end energy poverty in Africa, to add value to our resources before export, and to ensure that Africa benefits fully from the wealth that is beneath its soil. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for your time, your ideas, and your commitment, and I wish you a productive and successful Africa Oil Week 2025. May this gathering strengthen our partnerships and advance Africa's energy future. I thank you.
Oh, hi, this is Jackie and you are watching Morris TV. Keep it.
Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and click on the bell for more updates.